Hello everybody. Let's see about making some Jerry here. And there I am. Maybe. Who knows? This is, all very this is strange and scary. Who knows whether this will work? I am literally streaming to both my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. So for those of you watching me on Twitch who have not yet signed up for my YouTube channel, just go to JerryVision.net. This is going to be me building some stuff. And if anybody has any questions along the way about if you've seen anything on my YouTube channel and are interested, I'm not breaking the law. As you will notice, I am no longer affiliated with Twitch. I ended my Twitch affiliation so that I could do this without having any ramifications. So for everybody who has supported me on Twitch in the past, I certainly do appreciate that. It was fun, but I could tell that it wasn't serving the people who were giving me money, and I didn't like that, so I stopped it so that even though if you wanted to, you can't. That's funny. Am I? Well, I'm always a subscriber to my own channel. Forever and a day, I will be a subscriber to my own channel. How's the audio? I guess I can move this mic over here. It's probably going to be really sensitive as I actually do stuff. But there should be the button's gone, right, Lord Doc? Over here. Over here. Yeah, there's no button, right? It's gone. All right. And so let's switch over to the fun, shall we? Zoop. Hey, little Jerry. So this is a bunch of parts. So, funny story. I recorded an entire video. It took me about 2 hours putting all this stuff together before, and it didn't work out so well. This top camera up here was not placed very well, and so it didn't capture everything. There was a lot of technical problems in the middle when I was actually trying to get things going, and I just felt that it was bad. So I felt that doing it like this would allow me to make adjustments. Like, I can see it's more important for me to lift this up just a smidge. Wait, have we lost the camera? Oh, technology! Why must you be my bane? Alright, so now we've got the camera. And you can see the panels a little better, but still not the most useful part of the table. Let's try not to show off my gut, because, there's that. Twitch audio seems like a delay of a couple seconds. That's weird. Why would it be like that? Because the cameras are crap. That's why. Yeah, that's totally going to be true. Yeah. What am I thinking? Yeah, I'm using phones. Phones are stupid. I'll have to do a delay test later to get that stuff in sync. I didn't even. What was I thinking? Yeah, these things are crap. Who uses cameras as phones, or phones as cameras? But the nice thing is that they are flat up against the wall. So I guess we'll just have to deal with the delay, or I could turn off my lovely visage and you wouldn't even notice. Alright. Headers? All right. Well, okay. So let's look at it. This is a P5 panel. This is 64 by 32 pixels. And we're going to put 6 of them together to make a sign for my light show. Let's see. So basically when you do a light show, you need to tell people what radio to turn their station onto. And sometimes you just make a little sign with fixed lights. That seemed like the cheesy way to go because, you know, hey, I got technology, I'm gonna make it fancy. Additionally, this will let me tell people what let people tell what light show they're at, the software that I'm using to run my light show supports the ability for viewers to vote on which song plays next, or at least it's supposed to. So it should be interesting if I could get that hooked up, and so this sign would also show what web page they should go to in order to do that, or at least that's the plan. Alright, so I bought all of this stuff from a company called Wired Watts. They specialize in selling lights, and they also have a lot of special hardware specifically for panels. So let's move the power supply over a little. And so I have done one thing already because, like I said, I did this before. And I'm not taking this apart because it was such a pain to get this computer on this board. But so now that it's on there, it lives there forever. So this is 2 pieces. Let me show you here. I'm perfectly happy doing that. All right. So this here is a standard Beagle Bone Black with a Wi-Fi adapter on it. It comes with an Ethernet port, but if this is out on the street, then I can't just run a wire out to that, or at least not easily. So being able to control it via Wi-Fi has advantages. This here is a Octo Plus from Culp Lights. And as you can see, it just slides in. It's specifically designed for this exact piece. Goes in like that, and we click it down. It is designed specifically to drive panels like this. It has 8, hence the Octo part, outputs. Each one of these outputs can drive 5 of these panels for a total of 40. Or if you take this being a P5 panel, so that's something. So this is a P5 panel. So that means the distance from one pixel to the next is 5 millimeters. The next most common size that people buy is the P10 panel, which means that the spacing is 10 millimeters. If you use a P5 or P10 panel, you can hook 12 P10 panels up to each one of these ports, having a 96 panel array, which is pretty damn big. I think even if I went to 40 panels, that would be ridiculously big. You'll see once I hook it up with 6, it's plenty large. What else? So what else have we got in the goodies that came from Wired Watts? For every 2 panels from Wired Watts that you buy, you get one of these lovely power connectors for hooking up the 2 panels, and you get the ribbon cable for the data. These pieces are made up of 2 different types. These are the go-between pieces, and these are the end pieces, which should make sense as I put it together. This piece is for mounting the power supply on the back of it. and I think that's everything. So let's give it a go. Begone, you Ethernet cable. You were for another time in another place. Oh, it also came with all of the screws as well, but they're safely here. Everything should be just a simple Phillips screw. Let's make sure this is the right size. Yep, okay. Put that back. iFixit screwdriver kits are amazing. Not a plug, just a fact. Alright, so let's set this aside with the other power supply, jammy aside. Set these aside. All the cables can go aside. Alright. Move the keyboard over. So, on these things, you can see they have arrows. This indicates data flow. So, what we're going to do is we're going to build them starting from the upper left on the back and make sure that they are all aligned. Like that, thusly. Yeah, well, Moobot. I'm not playing Star Citizen, honest. Obviously, I'm going to have to switch from Moobot to Nightbot as I start doing more of this on the YouTubes. I don't know why Moobot can't support YouTube. I would prefer it. I don't know why. I just like the interface better for Moobot. So I'm not going to tighten these things super tight until I get everything tightened and tighten it down. I don't know how long this is going to take. I did it pretty quick. The build part went really quick the other night. It was the software part that went absolutely pear-shaped. But since I've finished all that, oh, is it? Damn music. You never can tell what those free audio tracks are going to be like. I am not using State Azure, because I have not got permission to use State Azure on my streams. Although I think he would probably say yes, because he's a really nice guy and he just likes music getting out there. But I know that these tracks are super free. Streambeats is a great free service if you want music in your background. I mean, free service is not exactly right. He just gives his music away copyright free and makes money on the plays. You can play it through Spotify and Amazon Music and all that. However, he also offers them for download, so you can just play them locally, which is what I do. Which is kind of strange, because that means he makes no money on me. In fact, he loses money because he has to pay for the downloads. Alright, so let's see how that's looking. yeah, seams are pretty good, I think. You know, we might futz it a little more later, but let's get to that part. Like I said, this thing gets really big really fast. I realized, see, again, you can't see everything that's going on because the angle is bad. I hope that wasn't important. Oh well. I realized that I don't have a mat for my desk here. And because this is just a platform out in the garage. Yes, big secret. Jerry's YouTube studio is in his garage. How bad is the screwdriver noise? Yeah, I ordered a mat. Should be here Monday, I think. But I didn't want to wait till Monday to do this because it's been too long since I've gotten any content up on my YouTube channel. Which is kind of the reason I have the YouTube channel. So that I am forced to keep doing this. Not that I don't want to do this. Actually, at times it seems that I have slowed down doing all the things I'd like to do strictly because I want to make sure I record it all for content. Alright. You see that I'm off screen. It's not good. But hey, it is what it is. Alright, so there we have it. It's nice. It's big. I mean, it's big. Alright, so then the next pieces. So we need the computer back here. I've discovered, what did I say? That yeah, the panel here you can see covers up the power port, so I have to put it this way. I kind of would rather put it the other way, but it's not the end of the world. I could cut it, but I think, you know, they've made these ways for a reason. So I've been busy with the sequencing stuff a little bit. I downloaded a custom sequence and started putting it in my house layout. Which is the better way? Let's see how this panel goes. Does it go this way? Yeah, it's got to go this way, because the other way is going to block the power port. Point power leads down or up? That is a good question. Down or up? Well, I got the plug. Probably want to plug and go down toward the ground, so we're going to go that way. This is a Meanwell 350 watt 5 volt power supply. It's much bigger than it needs to be for this particular project, but it is the type of power supply that I buy for all of my stuff. So this way, if one breaks, it's a quick replacement. I don't have to think about which power supply I'm using. Or at least that's the idea. Alright, so then this goes here, like so. Get some more screws. Middle screws for that one? Nope, just end screws. Wait, you just did the thing you weren't going to do. Perfect. Perfect. A little bit of both. I'm planning on doing the outline of my roof in a permanent fashion, Uncle Peter, because getting up and down to the second floor roof line is both dangerous and expensive. So I want to install those in a way that I don't have to go up there every year. And then it'll be nice for, like, if I want to do something for other times of the year, you know, maybe make them red or for Valentine's Day and green for St. Patty's Day, that sort of thing. But the bulk of my show will probably be just during the holidays. We are fans of Halloween, so we will probably definitely be doing a Halloween show as well. What that all entails, we have not yet decided. But I see some singing pumpkins in our future. Probably at least 5 for some grim, grinning ghosts. So, I should have showed it before, but as you can see, I've already got this plug hooked up. Basically, I just took a really long cord from my from my drawer of mini plugs and cut off the end and found the wires and put some ring tabs on the end. Now let's hook up the power for everything else. I have previously made this cord for powering. You know what? I just thought of something. That's a not a good plan. I'm gonna move this power supply so that it's more centrally located, because that makes sense, right? You know, I could just keep screwing and unscrewing these things all day, and then this stream would never end. But let's hope that happens somewhere else. So we need to power the Octopus. So let's do that. This is pretty low amp stuff. This is just some 18 gauge copper wire. I really don't like this connector very much. It's kind of finicky getting the wire into the thing. It's like I'm not sure if it wants me to have ferrules or not. But sorry for your ears. Faiuch. I mean, if you guys want to see me putting these wires in here, I certainly can show you the little connectors, but I think you guys are smart enough to get the idea that wires go in the thing, power comes out of the wires. Alright, so that's the power for that. The ones way over here are a bit of a stretch, unfortunately, but so we'll do those next so that I can figure out. If I was smart, I would have a distribution block for this power, but I forgot to order that, so I'll be getting it later, which then just makes all of this much easier. And fused, which is also a plus. Not that I expect any sort of runaway shorts to happen here, but you never know. Fusing is smart. So unfortunately, the company that makes those is in Australia, and they're very popular and in short supply right now because people are upgrading their shows right now, because it's the time to upgrade your show. Also, I shouldn't, I don't think this is the best plan to put two connections on one, but again, it will be sorted out with the distribution block when I get it. But I was too excited. Like, I want to show this thing off. It's so cool. Alright, so that's power. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's really nice that they provide these cables from the jump. So then the next thing is connecting the panels to the Octopus. So these go in output 1, 2, 3, 4. So we take output 1 and we hook it up to the top. Somehow. Are any of these longer than others? I need a little bit of longer reach. Yeah, but probably not. How did I do that? I had it hooked up, so I know it's possible. In theory, any port would work, but I had problems initially, and I just want to replicate the working thing, and then I'll go see if I can experiment with it later. Or maybe we can experiment with you guys here. That could be fun. Alright. Man, that is just super tight. I do not like it at all. Oh wait, this one's longer. This one is longer. Look at that. So much nicer. Go figure. Okay, and then in super complicated style, you just keep connecting them across the way. Like I said, you can connect 5 of them. G'day, Cameron. Welcome to the stream if you've just showed up. We're putting together a fancy light panel. You can hook up 5 of these to each port. Just for laying things out, I'm just doing top row 1, 2, 3 and bottom row 1, 2, 3. It makes things easier in the software. Alright, so that's all. It's not exactly like a CAN bus. It's more along the lines of this one uses all of its data and then passes on to the next one, at least as far as I know. I might be wrong. I'm thinking more about how the lights work for the strings, in which each light basically takes its chunk of data off and shows on, and then passes the rest of the data on. I'm not 100% sure if that's also true with the panels, because it's definitely different technology. So let's plug this thing in and see if everything goes boom. Hey, look, no boom. Let's watch the thing boot up. Make sure that it gets its correct IP address from the Wi-Fi's, and then we can move on to the next step. Maybe. Because I haven't even thought about sharing my browser. I forgot about that part. And as the saying goes, frack it, we'll do it live, or something reasonably close to that. See, there's even a little bitty display right here. You guys can't quite see that. Here, I'll tilt it up. Bitty display gives information back from the device. All right, it's got its Wi-Fi port. Let's see if I can bring it up, and then if I can, then I'll figure out how to show you. That would be the next goal, right? All right, we have connected it. All right. So let's see what we can do here. Brain, not brain. All right. Firefox. Okay, Firefox, do some magic. Be the right one. Wait, what? That does not look like Firefox. That is all. Oh, you're cheating. Software's cheating. That never happens. Let's try doing it like that. Still cheating. There we go. Okay. So then I need to add a thing. You know, I really should have thought of this ahead of time. But that would be too easy, right? That would just be like a normal person doing stuff. And clearly I don't do things the normal way. 'Cause I'm silly like that. Wait, is it? Yeah, there we go. There's a Jerry. Point three, Jerry. Move Jerry down here. I forgot to. Nope, that's not the one. All right, so we got that. Awesome streaming technologies going on right here. No, okay, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do that. We're going to click there, and wait. Oh, it's a 0.4 Jerry. Well, let's not make me any smaller than I need to be. Okay. Let's merge me over here. Alright. Although you won't be able to see, I'll be going back and forth, which will be really dumb because clearly, let's see, where's the top? Yeah. Okay. Let's set this down. Alright, so you can see the Falcon player, I hope. Cameron, what am I doing with the panel? This is going to be the tune-in sign for my Christmas light show. My whole project this year is about my crazy Christmas light show. So this is what's going on. Okay, so let's go. I need to actually bring this up. There's just not enough monitors in front of me. So this is how you configure in the Falcon player. So the Falcon player is the software running on the BeagleBone Black. It has been told that it's going to be using panels. The width and height. These are the types of panels that are here. 64 by 32, and starting at the top left and going up, and then down here we are configuring them in the same way that we configure. So let's show the back view. Come on, show the back view. All right. So if you think about the back view, when we had the computer over here, and we go this way, so technically the computer is now on this side, going the other way. But we can see in the order that we have output. We have output 1, output 1, output 1, 1, 2, 3, and output 2, output 1, 2, 3 when it was the back. So when we flip it over, the front view, you can see that those get reversed. But that doesn't matter as long as it's set up the way it actually is. And then, so we should be able to go over here to display testing and enable testing. And look at that. We got some lights. But you can't see it because I need to switch to the other view. There you go. Look, lights. Dancy, dancy lights. Yeah, Cameron, it is kind of early, but it's more along the point of this is my first year doing a light show, so I have a lot of stuff to both learn and assemble. I have a multitude of props. If you want to see more about my light show, go to my YouTube channel. You can get to it by going to that link, and it'll get you to my YouTube channel, and you can see the videos that I've done so far about what I'm planning on building. What else? Okay, so this isn't that exciting. I mean, yay, dancy lights. I mean, there must be more, Jerry. There must be more. And I say yes. Yes, there is. And I'm going to have to do this in the background because I'm not going to figure out how to bring this software also in it. But I'm firing up X lights to show. I made a simple test sequence which should be fun for people to watch if I can get this to work. Turn on the blinky lights, hit reset, hit play. There we go. And of course it's upside down. That's it. Let's stop that. Once you be able to see it in all its grandeur. Oh, it's so heavy. All right, let's try this again, right? No. Alright, try this one more time. And then I had access to a pretty cool video file, so I determined what that might look like. Might as well play it again because, you know, we can. But I got blinking lights. Yeah, I know that running X lights on this computer is sucking up some cycles, so let me close that. Alright, well, any questions? I am certainly here to answer questions. That's what it's more about. The entire resolution of the panel is 192 by 64. It's basically, you know, like, I think, you know, one of these sections is the same size as an icon on your desktop for frame of reference. But that's cool, right? It's all cool. What else? I feel like I need this camera over there so that when I'm looking at chat, I'm not looking away. I'm looking more at chat. This should be fairly easy to do. I'm smart. So you say that as a jest, but the Falcon player that is the powering this thing, those guys, it's a big open source project, and it's there's people who've already done that. So I would just have to download that plugin, and I could totally play Snake on this screen. It's totally doable. Or I think they made a Pac-Man. You know, they made it like 4 different. There's definitely like a Breakout. Dusty Man. In theory, yes, you could make a movie screen with these. Now, to give you an idea, this is, how far is it? This is I think this is a foot, basically. And that is 64 pixels. So if you do the math of what even a 4K or 2K 1080p display is, it would be a lot of feet. It'd be way over there. But yes, you could. There are people who do things like that for their Christmas shows. They make, you know, like I said, my controller could do straight the way I have it right now. I could do 8x5, which would be about 8 foot across and 2.5 feet tall. It's not exactly the right aspect ratio for a movie, but it could be big and awesome. And again, you don't have to put them in that order. This could be 2x3, or it could be vertical, and it could be 6 across. The options are only limited to your brain, which is what makes it really, really freaking cool. Uncle Peter, yes, the plan is to have the radio frequency on the show, of the show on this, amongst other things. I also want to put the website address for the YouTube channel and the website address for the voting plugin, which allows people to vote on which song plays next. So that's why I wanted something that could animate. You could also do whatever it wants. Really fancy nanoleafs, Duroc? Yeah, I suppose in a way. They don't self-learn where they're at, so there's a little bit more complexity for setup, but yeah, you could make anything you wanted. And if you wanted it bigger or whatever, you could have more controllers. Or you could go for more professional controller systems. The other most favorite controller that people use is the Color Light controller, which also has 8 outputs. I don't know what the limit of it is, but I do know a couple things. That if you go with the Color Light, it's brighter for whatever reason. It outputs, you know, more data, some data that makes the panels brighter. What kind of power draw does this have? That is a great question. Let me look that up for you right by Wired Watts. They will tell me. LED panels. Panels. So according to Wired Watts, the people I bought these from, these panels running from my Octoplus will draw 8.3 watts per panel, so you know that's not that much. Or if I had the color light card, it would draw 11.9 watts per panel, so you can see that it does get a lot brighter using the color light card. I don't think so. I mean, I would be surprised. I haven't run it for any extended period of time. But my guess is, I mean, we're talking about 8 watts over this entire space, and that's only if it's running at 100% brightness all white, which is the peak, and that doesn't happen very often. So I'm not super worried about heat. I will have to build a waterproof enclosure for this. These are not waterproof. They do make a version of these that are waterproof, but since I have to have a waterproof enclosure for all of the hardware, I figured I might as well just put everything in the enclosure. It's just going to be easier that way, and the panels are cheaper that way too. So the money I saved on the panels, theoretically, I will go toward the enclosure. That would be my guess, that they're about the same as the Nanoleaf. Those have larger LEDs around the edges. My guess is those use 50/50s, which are the 5mm lights around the edges, and then they get diffused on the inside. So each one of those is 6.6 milliamps. Nah, trying to remember. Yeah, 0.6 no, 60 milliamps. Yeah, 60 milliamps. So instead of 3 lights is about 20 watts. So yeah, that would be about the same, because each one of these is about 8. So that sounds about right. Like I said, the 350 watt power supply I have driving this little project is massive overkill, but it's the only ones I have, and I have a lot of them. Well, I have 4 of them. I'm gonna probably need more. The individual pixels, no. If a pixel dies, then it cannot be replaced. That is why I bought 2 extra panels, and why it is recommended that you buy extra panels when you get stuff like this, because they are made in batches. So if you wanted color consistency, it's good to get at least 1 extra panel. But I've heard the mean time between failure is pretty high, and I've also heard that companies like Wired Watts here in the States and other companies that do that are pretty supportive. Now I'm gonna show you one other cool thing that I was planning on doing. Well, so I might as well do it now. Alright, so since I don't have an enclosure and I want to keep these things around because they're super cool, I got these little eye bolts to screw into the panels. And since they are same size and everything, screw right into here. Uh-oh. Gotta snug that one up. There. Okay. And since I have a giant pegboard behind me, as you might have seen in my videos, sniffles. It's cold out here, and I know that's a really horrible thing to say for all you people who are absolutely freezing your little boots off in the East Coast. So then, I'm going to take you through space and time. You can see my big panel, and I get to enjoy my lights. Put you back up there, back in board. All right. All right. Well, I think that's it. Unless there's other questions that you guys have. A Welsh giraffe. Welcome to the end of the stream. We did lots of cool stuff, and it all had to do with some blinky lights. I'm sad to say that I am about to go, but I encourage you to watch the stream. And I think you'll find it fun. Or you can go check out more on the YouTubes and see the whole project. And this should also be over there as well. So thanks everybody for coming by. And I promise that I will try to keep making more content. I want to do more of these. I think the next thing I might do is do an example of 5 volts versus 12 volts, but I'm not 100% sure. So I will click the microphone down